Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is going to be a crafting video. I have my home sweet home project. I just started binding off. I'm doing something different than what I normally do with the bind offs. Um, I'm doing an Italian bind off for this one. I do like the Italian bind off, the finish of it. Um, I usually do one where I'm binding off of the knitting needles. So I have a lot of yarn and I'm going to do the rest of them. So I literally only did these so far. And I do have my motanka. I think I'm going to work on it a little bit. This video will probably be focusing on the body. I have the head that I worked on in the last video, and this is what it is. I feel like it's turning out a little more slanted on camera, but when I'm looking at it, it doesn't seem like that. It could also be because I use like a soft, like I use just rolled up fabric, and it's kind of like marshmallowy, and when I put the fabric over it, I did use sewing thread, and I wrapped it multiple times to reinforce it. um, so I was using the materials that I had because the fabric is from the first pair of pants that I did 2 sizes too big, so I am putting it into this project. For the body, I feel that I want it to have, well, I want it to be able to stand or have a abdominal type of structure. So for the motanka, I was looking at some videos, and some videos were showing it being more of like a long tube, and then other videos, um, you'll be tying off different areas. So, like the limbs would be an area to do that. I think I'm going to try a tube. I was thinking about what materials I could use. Um, I know that when you're making this, you're making it with care. So I was, the main one that I was going for was like, I was gonna buff out some skewers. I didn't get them downstairs. Um, or there could be like some type of material where it doesn't easily bend with the fabric wrapped around it too, like a cardboard, or I don't know if that like toilet paper could, or not toilet paper, like the roll, the inside of it, because But I would have to cut something regardless. But I'll see. And then as for the arms, I've seen one long tube, and then it's wrapping like the body and the arms with it. I might make the arms the like direction of going down. So I'll think about it. I don't know how much I'll do in this video, but I figured that I would maybe work on it today. I did a report. I outlined it a little bit the other day, and then I just kind of went for it because I have a PowerPoint to do. Luckily, there's different topics, and one of the topics is like has to do with herbal medicine. I had to look more into it, but I was thinking that it would be fun to have that project. And then another project that I have is um, a different response for the course. The one that I'm talking about is like it's called like student academic success. It's mainly for you to work on, and it's kind of like an extension of your course that you're already taking. Um, so that was that what the report was for, and then the presentation, or it's like I'm not actually presenting it, but the PowerPoint is for that too, and then the other assignment is for the pharmacy technician course. So I just have the bind off sequence on my phone too. I looking at it. And I did make lactose-free condensed milk. I'm not gonna say it's vegan, although I did use a vegan heavy whipping cream. Because I used regular sugar. I didn't use organic sugar. I might, well, I'm not going to finish it here. But in general, I feel like it'll take a little bit for me to work on this bind off. I'll do one more repeat. I think that's what I'll do for now. And I'll, and maybe I'll get the skewers, but I wanted to say that I think I might go for the like maybe a golden or not as sharp of the blue and yellow because I used a combination of different, well, I use like a paler yellow and then I use like a golden color. And then for the blue, it was more like on the aquatic side. So I feel like it might be leaning more towards maybe oceany type of colors. So I might actually use these because like the other idea that I had for these was to make hearts with them, like the sewing the hearts together. So I think that could be fun. And then for the outfits for the motanka, I might um, do like the warmer yellows that I had, like wheat. I don't know if wheat's becoming my new favorite color. It's not like I never loved the color, but when I see it, I like get really happy. I do have a rotation of colors that I've had as favorite colors over the years. I feel like in the beginning, from what I can remember, starting in the fifth grade, was like red. And then, I don't know if you want to count this, black was the next one. And then I think in middle school, that's when it was yellow. And then starting high school around there, well, because I would wear a lot of yellow when I would go. Like, we had one day that was dress down day, and sometimes I would wear like neon yellows. And I remember the specific outfit, like I wore all neon yellows, like my top to my pants. My pants were surprisingly highlight color, a highlighter color. And then somewhere there it turned green. I don't I feel like it was sometime in high school, but it could have been like after high school too, because I know for sure green was my favorite in college too. So I feel like it's kind of going a little bit back to yellow, but like a specific yellow. So I did get this the other day. I was like shocked when I saw that they had. I went to Hobby Lobby and they were selling their. Some of it I feel like was like not scraps, but like the remaining of some fabrics that there wasn't a lot of left, and then they put like the amount of inches and it was discounted off. I got this yard for $3 and like 3.25, and that's really great. So, um, I saw there were other ones too. There were a couple of plaid ones that I wanted to get, but I haven't really been using them that often. I don't know if I'm going to use the blues for this project because I was trying to save them, but if there's a calling to use them, then I'll go for it. And I think it could be nice. But I feel like it's going to go towards like the other shades of blue other than like this type of blue. So, let's see. And I just feel like this blue has like green undertones. So I am getting warmer energy from it. I also had to return the book too. I don't know if I would use this for the dress, but no. This was from a sewing shop and it's super nice. It was more expensive. So this is a fat quarter and it was like more. I don't know if it, I don't remember how much it was exactly, but um, I felt like it was around twice the price as what I normally pay for. But let me, I think I'm gonna get the skewers. Then I might go from there. I don't know if I want to add the um, cardboard or something. And I was also thinking maybe a glass bottle because I still have the black currant bottle that was from a while ago. And just can't get me to throw stuff out. Well, if it's trash, I'll throw it out. But it's glass. So I was like, there could be a thing where I need to do something with it. And it's in good condition, so why don't I hold on to it? Um, I don't know if I would want it to be exactly that bottle, but it was an idea. And then there were like mini fragrance, like room bottle, like scents that I feel like it had something that you put in a diffuser, like an oil type of fragrance. It didn't specifically say essential oil, so I don't know exactly what it is, but it still had stuff in it, so it was like I probably shouldn't use it for this. And then I was thinking like popsicles, but I don't have popsicles, and there's something that is already an object, and it's not mine, so I was like maybe I shouldn't take this part for what I'm doing. So I had to go to the bathroom anyway. I'm gonna get the skewers. Okay, I didn't leave the room yet. I just wanted to say that I was referencing two different Italian bind-offs videos. Well, there was a video that I watched, and then there was one that had a video, but I just wanted the written instructions, and it was different, and it was like skipping one of the steps. And I was like, okay, well, let me see what it does. So I actually went back to the first one that I did originally because I like the finish of it better. It looks neater, like especially when you're looking at the top, you could see that it looks like there's a braid on it. But it still goes with the flow of the um, knit one purl one. That's what I'm doing. And um, even like because sometimes you get the bind offs and they have the braid at the top, but it doesn't exactly go with the type of knitting that you were working on. The Italian bind off, this what does go with it as if it's like extending. The bind off is an extension of the knit one purl one, so it is neater. So I'm just going to, well, for the rest of it, I'm gonna use the other pattern sequence. And like with the pattern sequence, it's like the slightest difference of bringing the yarn to the other side to, because sometimes like it, well, it does make a difference when you're doing certain things when you're knitting. So I just wanted to say that. I did get skewers, but I also have some DPNs. So these are two sets of DPNs, so that they come with 5 each. They're US 10. I'll make sure, but is it 6mm US 10? Or Yep. So I got these because if I wanted to work on both the sleeves at the same time. I have been using the Ukrainian DPNs that I really like. They're longer and they're lightweight, so I tend to gravitate to them more because I like longer DPNs. I don't knit a lot of maybe like socks. Occasionally I'll knit DPNs. Well, I'll knit the mittens with DPNs, but I would normally just use magic loop. I was thinking about it. But I'm also like, what if I will use them in the future? I do like this height for motanka. So, like, let me do, like somewhere around there. So maybe it could even be longer, but not like as long. I got two just in case, like, I just wanted the extra reinforcement. I don't actually know, like, if they put anything hard in there. Um, so maybe it could just be like an end thing where I could put it separately from the motanka because I saw that it was a roll, but I didn't see anything put in it because I saw it attached when it was already a roll. So it could be something and I could sand it off or like buff it out. Um, so I guess I'll think about it. Maybe I'll start with the arms because the arms I'm just gonna do another two. And maybe I'll use this as a reference, but well, this is kind of like the palette that I'm going for, more of like the lighter blues and then the warmer yellows. I think that goes well with this one. And then going back to the warmer yellows, this is more like of a golden pale one. So I think it just goes well with it, with the ticket. Um, so I think that's what I'll do. So it's a surprise with me until I actually do it. Um, I did do more index cards for these sets before I go further with it, but where do I want to roll up? Because it would be like a longer piece, so I think I'm gonna go with the area that's not the legs and then roll it from there because I don't want the arms to be like super short but not super long either, so I might like end up trimming it a little bit. But it was, well, I got the words. Some of it is like I'll show it in a second. So up here, and I like to put these notes because I could like just switch it off in my brain if I am not looking at it. I just won't look at it. So schizophrenia for schizophrenia. for schizophrenia, and that was more distinguishable online. The one that was like I was kind of looking for a little bit is the one for seizures, because originally I found different variations of seizures, but when it was defining it for like the medical type of seizure, it was giving other verbs to it that wasn't associated with it. So that one was pseudomy, and but then there was one that was kind of like the general term for it, but it didn't actually translate to seizures. It translated to like encounter or meeting, if that's what it is. Um, and again, I was looking at multiple things, but I ended up putting epilepsy on here anyway because that was pretty like standard of what it would be. So in terms of like what was coming up for uh, the the words and the translations for it, but the other word was um, Zeus tri Trish Trick. Okay, sorry. Zeus Trick Treat, like the ending cha, like in chai, Zeus tree. Hopefully, I said that right. Zeus ta Cha. I'm so sorry about my R's. Like, I know. I've been trying to see what I could do about them. Zeus Street. Because it's not hard. Like the like the X one. But, that was coming up for what they were saying in general for seizures, but I put it I put epilepsy on here just so it kind of defines it more if those other words were not it. Um, epilepsia, epilepsia. And then there was one this week that was like psychiatric disorders, and that one's even kind of um, specific for in terms of how it's spelled and how it's pronounced for even just English. So this is what I got. Hopefully that is correct. And psych, what that has the X, psychiatric, okay, sorry, psychiatric needs, psychiatric cha, psychiatric Rose Lade, Slide. Wait, say he any he Rose Lad. I'll work on it. So, um, that one, I was looking at it and I'm like, oh. So, I'll have to see and maybe break it down more and then combine it. But that was for Haldol, generic haloperidol. And these are my index cards for the week. And then I put my older index cards that I'll still use because I'll reference them at some point. I separated them so they're just easier to get in the bag. And let me cut this. And I kind of did really enjoy the the loose leg of this. I actually liked it a lot. So maybe another time I'll just see what I could do for the waist area. Sorry. I'll do something about it. I feel like it's gonna be longer than what I need, but I think it's okay. Maybe I won't put the skewer in now, but towards the end I could if I want to help it stand or find like a stand to have it stand. Not sure yet. Because I do want to keep with the delicate nature of the project. No, maybe I need it to be slightly thicker. My book's gonna be coming at some point that I ordered. It was Ukrainian for foreigners, and then my yarn is coming in that's from Ukraine too. It's actually a state away, so we'll see when it'll arrive. Maybe it'll be early this week, I'm not sure. That there tends to be like a little bit of a wait when it gets here, before it gets here. Um, so I don't know. And I think this is my first package that I'm seeing. I've had stuff shipped here that like I wasn't there to like um see how long it took, but so I have this for the arms, and then or should I wrapped it? Should I have wrapped it already with the one color? Now that I'm thinking about it, um, because then I'll have to wrap it anyway. I guess maybe I should have just wrapped it regularly, like with this one. So maybe I'll undo it and then cut it and open from here. I do want to start making the clothes again. Maybe it'll be the next project. I don't know. But I don't think I would do that one on video because I'm going to use the other sewing machine. So this is the other color. Maybe not as thick. That'll be thick for it. So maybe not. So I was also thinking, is this enough for the body? Because if it is, I'll just make this the body and then put the head with it. And then I'll redo the arms. So just cut this and then tie it off. Because I'm also working, like, I folded the fabric too. I might have to put something to reinforce it, so that might be what I end up doing. You like in there. We'll cut it a little longer, then maybe I'll shorten it. Sorry. So sorry. Actually, I think that is the length I want it. I cut it a little longer. I don't know if I want to reinforce it. I don't think I'll directly place it inside. I think I might just um, put it on the outside. Then I'll place this here. I'm gonna do the arms and that one I actually just I'm not gonna fold it. And it's not even. I'm sure it's not. I might get sour cream today, I'm not sure yet. Because I was actually gonna get, well, I wasn't really planning on it, but maybe the lactate cottage cheese. So I could use up that jam But since the cake was delicious and I was asked about the cake if there was more cake, I might make the cake again soon. Or, um, where'd it go? Did I not cut it? Use, oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. Wrap it or do it like this. So I'll look into it. Like for now, maybe I won't put the skewer in, but maybe on the outside. But if I see that they reinforced it, or they probably used like a thicker or different fabrics than what I'm using. But I heard natural fibers like cotton were nice for this because they said it brings like a good energy to them. So that's what I'm doing. Um, at least the cream one. Do I want it that thick? I think that's good. This is turning like in a sea spirit motanka. Uh, like so I think that's actually an okay length. Might trim it. I've seen them tied at like the hands or the feet. I also saw it wrapped around. So that's what I'm doing right now because of how I'm making it. This is not a tutorial. I'll wrap it around more, go back the other way. Because it's very, well, it's kind of undoing itself quickly, so I'm trying to at least wrap it around to get around the how I want it to be. I did like that, and I'm gonna cover it anyway. Oh, okay, cover it anyway. Let's maybe I might make the arm shorter, but so far. I might go back the other direction again. Sorry. Adrian, isn't that enough? I don't know. Just trying to make sure it doesn't come undone. I'll stop it in the middle. Okay, I guess that's fine. So, okay. This will be the arms. This, or, oh, I guess. Let me put it underneath. I don't know if I want it to be shorter or not. So I left a little bit towards the end to, like, maybe just in case. Okay. Oh, it's an hour. I'll cut the video off now. Sorry I didn't do much, but it might be like this next time. I might like just combine everything, but once I reach like past an hour, sometimes my laptop doesn't want to upload it as quickly. It takes a lot longer for some reason. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video.